hello.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, I hope it didn't cut off right on taking vitamins for Harry Styles and Bruno Mars for my sandwich. But anyway, good to be back. Good to be back. You're a wonderful, wonderful host. I'm just learning how to do that because I've always been on this side, not your side. So it really does take skill.
It's hard because I get very excited and I end up talking over, and I'm just trying not to do that.
I'm doing the same. I'm so sorry. We're just excited women. That's all there is to it. May I ask you, how long have you been doing your show?
Oh, I've been in radio since 2007. I've been on different stations from 2015 on.
Long time.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's been a while.
Very, very cool.
I do have another question to ask you, if you don't mind, about...
Don't mind.
Okay. Did I hear this correctly, I think, in your first episode? You've seen Patrick Dempsey's balls? You saw them?
Oh, yes. We all saw them. He was kind enough to break the ice and slash the entire makeup and hair department. You know, you get body makeup on when you're going to go do a love scene and they put powder and stuff like that. So we were both in that makeup room to go get our body makeup on. And he came in and I was very nervous about the love scene. I'm always nervous about a love scene. They're awkward. You're not doing it with your boyfriend. It's fucking weird. So he came in and he flashed us all and he pronounced that he had large ones. And in fact, he did really large ones. And I mean, like, you know, McDreamy. Wow. So, yeah, I've seen them. We were shot in Vancouver, I think. And I am not the only one with this tale because whoever was in that trailer that day caught a glimpse of the stars' jewels.
Oh, my God, Becky. Okay, so I have a question about, say you and Patrick Dempsey, you're doing your love scene, and somehow, if you do feel that spark, what happens after filming? Do you pursue that? Has it happened before?
Of course, you go fuck your brains out in a trailer. That's what youth is for. It hasn't happened very often. I mean, I've had a few, of course I've had a few on-set affairs because, like, that was my whole motivation for choosing movies.
Yes!
As my vagina was my manager. The best movies or the best co-stars, I was motivated by that. And honestly, on-set affairs, if you can handle them, because they usually are just for a time, and sometimes they are extremely medicinal. Like when I was shooting G-Spot, I was single, and I had never ran a show before. And I wrote every episode. I was in every scene. I was the executive producer. I was the showrunner. It was boot camp to learn how to do this. Mm-hmm. It was 21 and a half hours a day of work. It was insane. And I knew, I said, Mama needs a lover on this show. She needs one. It's medical. She needs to have that release. She cannot just work. Luckily for me, on day one, like the key grip was literally a Canadian Adonis. And I was like, bingo! And bingo, bingo, ding, ding, ding. And you know what? He saved my sanity because you have to be able to enjoy it. I take this stuff so seriously. And because it was my first and I didn't know what I was doing, I do a lot of things that I don't know what I'm doing until I do it, like this podcast. So I was all down for that. You know, I was looking for experience when I was younger. Most of them have stayed friends, and you part. But for me, lovers on a movie set was good for me. I needed it because otherwise I just would have been 24/7 work. And then you forget to actually enjoy the film that you've worked your whole life to be in one of these things and worked so hard. I mean, I've not been acting for many years. I don't know what goes on now, but I think that's an age-old thing.
The trailers of the 90s, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's an age-old thing. People fall in love because you're just in these situations and there's so much raw emotion and normally a love scene. And, you know, I don't know how it's done now with an intimacy coordinator in between the two of you. I don't know, because I came up before that.
Yeah.
But it's just a breeding ground for people's emotions, for crushes to develop and all that. And I think they help sort of get you through these incredible schedules of 14-hour days. And when you're producing the thing, they truly are. I work 20-hour days. It just was so much work.
That is literally nuts. If any of you have not seen her first episode, go watch it with Mia Sara, because you told a story about Michael Jackson, who I love to death.
Oh my God.
So let's just pretend in a
Mighty
different...
Iris,
oh, yeah.
Mighty Iris, that we are just so bonded over this because I loved him. I loved him since the age 3. Mm-hmm. I don't think I told this on... You can ask me what you're going to ask me, but I will say that I was very sure I was going to lose my virginity to Michael Jackson, but it was very specific.
Yeah.
Mighty Iris. I wanted to lose my virginity to Michael Jackson in a tent. We were camping, and he was going to be singing Rock With You to me as I was losing my virginity. And when he held that note, I want to rock. That was going to be my first orgasm. Like, hello, my producer, I had to figure the whole fucking thing out.
That is so sweet. Oh, my God. That is so sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Spoiler alert, did not happen. What was the story you were going to ask about?
So let's pretend there's another universe where he didn't go home with an upset stomach and you get to meet him. He's in front of you. What happens? What do you say to him?
I am Mrs. Michael Jackson. And hopefully he would still be alive and black and jerry curled and happy and healthy. That's my alternative universe. I mean, that was my fantasy, that we would fall in love and dance our lives away, and I would just be with him forever. We'd have little adorable babies and puppies and llamas and whatever he wants, monkeys. And we're so lucky that we were on the planet at the same time. I feel that way about Stevie Wonder and all the greats. Like, how did we get to be alive now when they are alive? And God bless. Keep Stevie Wonder safe. Please, please. I love him so much. But Michael, I just wished that he had a much happier and longer, healthier life.
Me too. I love Smooth Criminal music video when he winks. That's like the wink. I'm a fan of the wink when a guy you're attracted to winks at you.
I love a good wink. My dog winks at me.
How cute.
My favorite album of all time, I'm an off-the-wall girl. Like that. And Michael was, of course, Michael. I felt like I had to share him with the world. Once Thriller came out, I was like, all right, he's in the stratosphere, and I'm not the only one still madly in love with Michael. I fell in love with him when I was 3 and he was 8 or whatever, or he was 11 and I was 3. I think he's 8 years older than me. But, once Thriller happened and the whole world was in on it, I was like, okay. When I find once in a while an obscure Michael song that I've never heard, which is rare, my boyfriend turned me on to this song that he did with Paul McCartney called The Man, which I don't even know it was on an album or maybe it was on one of Paul McCartney's. It's so good and nobody really knows it. So when I find these little secrets of Michael, I just,
You've more than proven your love for him. You ditched Prince because you loved him so much. My brain fell out of my head. I was like, what? Get out. Oh, my God.
Again, it may not have been one of my brightest decisions because as I said to Mia, I've heard that since the great Prince has passed, what a lover he was. Hate to have missed out on that. At the time, no, my loyalty was to Michael, and there was some silly music rivalry in 19 whatever that was.
How weird, right?
I know. God bless him. But I didn't feel that way for him. I respect him, but I was just like, first of all, I don't have sex with someone whose ass is that much smaller than mine.
He was tiny, right?
Tiny.
Yeah.
Tiny. And look, I've met Bruno Mars. I have been lucky enough to muzzle that guy into my bosom backstage at SNL. And I love him. And he is small, too. Talent is sexy. And
yes.
And here's the thing. He's funny. And so is Harry Styles. Those are my two, like,
dude, oh, my God. Funny. Yes, funny.
Sexy.
Do you know who the love of my life is?
Who?
Martin Short. I would marry him and fuck him in a second. Yeah.
Good for Meryl Streep. I get it. He's probably hung like a donkey. And he's because sometimes those short guys are really hiding something.
Oh, I know.
And he's just so funny. I agree. Funny is, I'm not into the like intellectual brooding. I like funny. I like a quick brain.
Witty.
Those two guys, they're so funny. Like Bruno could be a comedian, a movie star as easily as he could be the rock god that he is. And Harry too. They're the biggest stars in the world.
He is a cutie.
They're so funny. And they take the piss out of themselves. And I love that.
He nailed it on SNL. Harry Styles. I loved his episode.
Nailed. I tell you what I'm attracted to now. Yeah, funny is really important. Smart is really important. You've got to fucking love the planet and love animals. But the number one thing is you have to be fucking kind. I don't have any time for people that aren't good to planet Earth, Mother Earth. I dream like, one day I'll just be with somebody that just saves animals and zebras.
Oh, yes.
I think kind is really important because our world is really messed up.
I know.
So I want to be able to laugh because I'm really stressed out most of the time. Like fascism was just not part of my 5-year plan.
Yeah.
I just I didn't know what. So I just think people that are good. I have really great friends all over the world. I mean, they're just good people. I don't base my friendships on, and people do in Hollywood, on where you are on the tier of popularity. And, Hollywood is very much like high school. She's a prom queen. He's a prom king. He's on the football team. This is the coolest. You're not cool enough. Honestly, I went to a really horrible high school with all of that. And I keep thinking, like, I survived Wager High School. I can survive Hollywood. It's pretty much the same thing. And so my circle of friends is smaller in Hollywood because a lot of people drink the Kool-Aid in this town. But your true friends, the tried and true that go through your ups, your downs, your hits, your misses, those are the ones you hang on to forever.
I'm forever shocked when people like you are nice enough to even talk to me, because who am I? You know what I mean? Like, you're so nice for even giving me.
You're a woman in the world doing this on her own, making her way, having a statement, doing her own thing. I fucking love self-made
Thank you.
people. I love self-made women. Nobody gave me anything. I didn't come from money. I didn't come from anything. Everything that I've accomplished, I've done on my own. No man gave it to me. Nobody. And I have utmost respect for that. I do, because it's hard. You don't know going in how hard it's going to be, but it's so...
It is.
So rewarding.
Yeah, it's tough.
So, and I'm a woman's woman, so I just love to support other women.
Me too. That is so refreshing to hear. Sorry, going back to your podcast, how often are you releasing new episodes? Is it 2 a week?
Thank you so much. It probably should be, because I, again, don't know what I'm doing. We read that you should release 2 or 3, and I was like, oh, I'm not ready to do 3. We released the first 2, which is Nudity in the 90s with Mia Sara, and then World Peace at the Swinger Club with my friend and author Gary Whitman, which is all about our tales in the sex clubs. He's brilliant. He's really one of the most fascinating men I know. His book just came out this week, so it was to time it with his book of wishes coming out. He's one of my favorite authors. And now we're dropping a new one every Monday. The last one on Monday just dropped is an interview with my first stalker.
The stalker?
You know, because I collect things, and most people don't keep friendships with the person who wrote them their first ever fan letter. But you know what? And I joke that he's my stalker, but he did. He waited a year for the movie to come out to find my name, to write me a letter. So yeah, he's my first stalker. And like I like to say, he's not my only stalker, but he's my best stalker. And you got to stay loyal in this life. You got to stay loyal.
That is so, fan letters. I miss those days.
And I joke, I still get fan mail, mostly from prison. But I get it. And I'm appreciative. And I'm sure that's just showing Red Shoe Diaries on a loop in the penitentiary. I don't know what's happening, but I do get a lot of inquiries from there. My guest coming up after my stalker is the one and only Pamela DeBar, the author of I'm with the Band, the world's most famous and gracious groupie. She is a dear friend and a mentor. She's on the show. Michael DeBar, who has his own underground garage radio with Little Steven, he's going to be on the show. I think he's episode 8. I'm going to have enough episodes up until just before Thanksgiving, take a little break at Thanksgiving, come back with a couple of bonuses in early December, and then for the new year, we'll start again.
Well, I've only just met you, but this is something that I love that you're doing because you're so well-spoken. You're funny. I have a habit of saying and you speak beautifully, in my opinion. I'm hooked, and I connect with what you say.
Thank you. My mom spoke 13 languages and my father 9, and they spoke with such heavy accents. So the fact that I don't sound like Dracula is amazing. It's amazing. My mom was this and that and what and who. I mean, that's
Get out. That is so funny.
I love radio. Radio is really important to me. I am the girl who, I don't listen to albums and stuff like that in the car. I switch around.
Oh, do you? That is so neat.
I do. I find it meditative and wonderful. What I don't listen to in the car is podcasts. Maybe I should start. I should freaking start. But no, I'm a radio girl. And in Montreal, we had CKGM. That was our station. That was our rock and roll station, or our pop station. And they were always doing contests. I did a contest. I think you had to do the Sugar Hill Gang, that long rap. If you could do the whole thing, I called. I was 11 and I did it. So I love radio.
Did you win?
I did not win. I flipped it at the very end, and somebody a little bit older than me won. But I think I came in second or something. So that was huge.
That is wild. Because my first concert, they did this bit called Big Karaoke. That was their segment. And they said, call in and sing us a song from one of these bands. You'll win tickets to the thing. So I called in and I sang Talk Dirty to Me by Poison. And I poured my heart into it. And they gave me tickets to my first concert. It was nuts.
Oh, okay. Well, this was the birth of your career in radio because it's magical.
Yeah.
It is a magical thing that these things can reach out across the airways. I came up where you had publicists and a studio and a producer and a this, and you didn't have to also promote yourself. And so my producer, her name is Dr. Princess Leia.
Oh, yes.
Dr. Princess Leia, that's what I call her, Dr. Leia Sherman. She is a naturopathic cancer doctor. She's my friend. She did the artwork, brilliant artwork for Lies My Vagina Told Me, because before she became a cancer doctor, she used to do album covers for like David Bowie. So I'm a very lucky fucking girl. She worked at Rhino Design in New York. And if she wasn't doing this with me, she came on as producer, I don't think I would have even gotten as far as like getting it up on all these Spotify's and all that. She's teaching me everything and helping me because I find Instagram confusing. So I've been a little spoiled all these years. I've had people do this shit for me, and now this is like I'm putting on a show in my office, and I've got to figure out all these sort of modern ways to reach people. But I'm getting the hang of it. And Mia said to me, I'm just worried. A lot of crazy people out there, and it's provocative. I will say for me right now, I have only had love come at me. I've only had great comments, and people tell me how much they love it. And it's been out there for a week and a day. You know,
Yeah.
it's an embryo. So I'm so grateful. I got a note from somebody on Instagram saying of the podcast that dropped on Monday about my stalker, who also is an accomplished filmmaker, whose first short that he did in his early 60s, late 50s, was shortlisted for the Academy Awards. And I just said, you're living proof that it's absolutely never, never too late.
Mhm.
I have a guest coming up in New York, Greg Cope White, one of my favorite people in the world. He wrote the book The Pink Marine, which is being turned into the Netflix show Boots. It premieres on October 9th.
Oh.
He is also fabulous and in his 60s, which should be called sexy, in my opinion. because
Yes.
Everybody's
Yes.
having a good time. And like he's executive producing his first show on Netflix at this age. And so also the show is about no boundaries. I don't have any boundaries in what I talk about. And I also want to demystify so many women when we get to a certain point in life, we're questioning all the decisions, bad, good, and ugly that we've made. But like there's no fucking mistakes as long as you're breathing. You
Yeah.
get up and you do it.
I love that. Oh my gosh. To your sexty points, I am jonesing for men in their 60s at the moment.
Right? It's
They-
kind of really hot.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're a young woman, Miss Mighty Iris. You're a young woman, but I hope people have said to me whenever I put out a TV show that I was going to do called Anticlimactic, and the tagline was like, fuck it, I'm 50, right? And I'm like, suck it, I'm 60. And they were like, well, how are we going to get a young audience if it's a show about women in their 50s or whatever? I said, because the young women I meet, they'll be so fucking lucky to look like this, feel like this, talk like this, and be like this in their 50s. It's like a blueprint of how you go. This is just the beginning. It should make them feel so excited.
Yeah.
Because it does get better. It does get better. You don't really give a shit if anybody likes you or doesn't like you. Like, I don't care. I'm just doing this because I want to do it. And I want to talk to my best friends because they're brilliant. And I want to share these stories because I'm a writer for the last 10, 12 years. I work alone and I have all these funny things in between me and a page. Only my friends and I talk about this. So I'm like, my friends and I are going to talk about it.
Hell yeah.
Because I think it's kind of important.
Very.
It's important to sort of own who you are at every age, embrace it. We're so lucky to be here, even though this time on the planet is really questionable.
Yeah.
I'm still really lucky to wake up and be here. And for me, the only way to get through these times, other than, of course, your first right to protest and do whatever you can, is to try to find humor.
Yes.
It's medicine.
It is. Yeah. You're absolutely right. Humor and music. Yeah. Those are two major.
And music.
Mhm.
And music. And they say, like, turn off the news, turn on some music. And sometimes you have to. I'm an emotional woman. I got lots of hormone stuff going on. You know, I feel really deeply. And so my moods can go up and down. I'm a true artist. But if I dance around my living room in my fucking underwear, I'm going to feel better.
Yeah.
And it's that simple. For that moment and that time, I can't solve everything and change everything, but I can create joy and change my state. And that's like what you do.
Hell yeah. Howard Jones is like an artist I put on a lot to find my happy place. I love Howard Jones. But what Bruno Mars song were you dancing to earlier?
I like to dance to Skate, which is Silk Sonic. Oh my God. For one of my birthdays, my boyfriend got us front row. I mean, I didn't want him there because I want to go home with Bruno. But
Exactly.
It was nice of him. He came.
Oh my God,
I tried to ignore him.
We're so much alike.
We were in the front row. I'm like, no, just ignore this white guy. He's just my bodyguard. But we were in the front row, and I mean, they're so fucking brilliant. And Anderson .Paak and all, these guys just give me so much joy. It was one of the greatest live shows.
Oh.
But I mean, I love them all. I also went to see fucking ELO, and it was like the greatest show I'd ever seen. I would love to see Stevie Nicks. I've never seen her live. I got to see the Eagles when they were still all together. But I've got, bucket list things, but music is super important. And I'm not, I can't sing, and I'm not a musician. And so it just adds to the awe of what these people can do. It's just incredible.
It's insane, the goosebumps that come when you hear certain songs. And I missed it. Blue Oyster Cult was here, and I had COVID. I couldn't go, but I was going to get tickets for that. Maybe they'll come back, but we'll see.
I hope so, yeah. And every time I've missed one of the greats because they've passed, and I'm like, oh, God, I wish I had gone. I know the ticket was so expensive and I didn't do it or whatever. But like in retrospect, you cannot put a price on these experiences.
That's so true. I bought my Martin Short ticket too. It was expensive, but I need to see him before I die.
Is he coming live? He's performing live?
Yeah, he's touring with Steve Martin. They don't always add dates, but they added San Antonio, so I had to be there.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I'm going alone, and I don't care.
I love solo dates. I love solo dates, and I used to always solo travel. 15 years ago, after G-Spot, I wanted to do the T-Spot, travel for the single girl. It's all the spots that are hard to find and put your finger on. Get it? So we may still do that. And I get a little rusty in COVID because I'm a world traveler, and I got a little weird about traveling this planet by myself. And it's something that is very important. I always take myself on dates. My mom passed away when I was 28, and she died on Valentine's Day.
Oh, no.
She died on Valentine's Day because she loved chocolate, sex, and flowers. I'm not sure which order. But you can't be all that depressed because it's such a beautiful day. So I would always, for years, take myself out on a solo date on Valentine's Day and do something really amazing, just me and my mama. One year we went to see Baryshnikov, and we went to see a concert. So I love solo concerts. I love solo travel. I love solo dates. They're good for you.
Yes, I agree. Can you tell people what your handles are on Instagram?
So we have at Lies My Vagina Told Me. That's the official page for the podcast. My handle is at the official Brigitte Bako. And at the moment, we are on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon. They've all picked it up. Also have a YouTube channel of Lies My Vagina Told Me with Brigitte Bako if you prefer to watch the shows. I do my hair and put on some nice lighting, so you might as well, put a lot of effort into that shit. So you can see it, you can listen to it, and it's sort of the coolest thing for a girl who didn't know that much about podcasts. I'm taking a crash course.
Oh, yeah. You're so good at it so far. So keep rocking for sure. And I don't know why with podcasts, I love watching it. So I love that you're doing the video.
Thank you so much. We wanted a visual component because, why waste it? I don't know how much longer I can keep this shit together. It's still looking okay.
I'm trying to keep it tight like you, man. I'm trying to take as many dancing classes as I can.
I just am trying to be healthy. I mean, I do have some addictions. French fries.
Yes, me too.
I could live on a diet of bread, butter, pasta, and French fries, but they're completely illegal in the state of California. So I wait till I go to New York.
Oh my God.
Maybe, perhaps. My birthday dinner every year is one martini, which is enough to keep me drunk for 3 days. One martini.
Oh my God.
And some French fries, and I'm very happy.
God, I want to party with you so bad. You have no idea. Every time I'm in dance class, I turn to the girl next to me and I say, I'm craving fucking French fries right now. I'm going to go get some after this class.
I know. I have so few vices. I'm not giving up my cup of coffee in the morning and my French fries once in a blue moon, right?
Yeah.
You got to live.
Yes.
And my other great passion is the entire country of Italy. I started going when I was 26 or 27, and, I come from a Czechoslovakian mother, a Hungarian father, and apparently I'm the product of an affair with some very rich Italian. And I'm like, that's why Italy feels like home. So I have really dedicated my life to understanding that country. I love being on the continent of Europe. I was made in Europe. It makes me so happy. But so far, it is just my super happy place.
Before I let you go, Miss Beautiful Brigitte Bako, if you happen to, I don't know, surprise us all with a Billy Worth on your podcast, Please wear the red shoes if you still have, or the eye patch. I don't know. Are you going to wear the eye
I will get an
patch?
eye patch. I'm going to promise you that I will get an eye patch. My red shoes were given to Planet Hollywood in 1990, whatever. I gave them to Planet Hollywood in New York, and then I would bring people to see my red shoes, and they'd say, oh, no, they went to the one in Cancun. Then I would go to Cancun, and like, oh, no, your red shoes are in Taiwan. And then I couldn't go to Taiwan. But Billy Wirth, yes, I had asked the wonderful David to do the show. He has his own podcast, and he goes, he's on tour right now. He's like, do your first season.
He's a rock star. Oh my God.
He is a rock. He's an everything star.
He is.
Yeah. And he's super funny. And he's a brilliant guy, but he's super funny and super kind. I had him watch, I think, the Mia one before it was up. He gave me such a great review. He's like, you were obviously meant to do this. I'm like, how do I know what I'm meant to do? I conjured this up like a minute ago. Like,
it is definitely your calling.
We shall see. But thank you. Coming from you, that's a high compliment.
Me? Oh, no, it's you. Oh, my God. David Duchovny, though, I swear to God, he's amazing. And I love, that makes me so happy that he's a nice person and that he's sweet to you. And
super nice person, super good person, super supportive, super funny. And we don't see each other very often, but we always support each other. I go to his premieres and stuff like that. And he's a good guy. He just saved my sanity during a very difficult time doing that movie. And he's my fondest memory. And Billy, I didn't get to know as well, but because, he was in character and his character was so like mysterious and brooding, but it's a very good idea to have him on the show. So thank you for that idea. And I would take lots of suggestions from anybody of who they would love me to talk to. I wanted to do the first few. I mean, now, Patrick Dempsey may sue me rather than talk to me.
I hope not. I really hope not.
It's the truth. What are you going to do? I just sort of picked my first 10, 11 that I wanted to do just to start the show off, and then we're going to open up the net much wider.
Yeah. Oh, I cannot wait. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you so much. I want to tell you something, Miss Mighty Iris.
Yeah.
Talking to you today, I feel like, I must have known you for at least 10 years because it's so easy to talk to you. It's so easy to feel connected to you. You make your guests feel so comfortable. I hope I do a fraction of that for my guests.
What? Are you hearing this, people? I thank you so much.
Well, thank you. And thank you. You were like the first person that was like, the first post we ever put. I have a show coming out called Lies in My Vagina told me you were a cheerleader before anybody. So thank you so much.
Yeah, because you're just so, I'm like, I know who this is. I know that woman. I've touched myself to her movie. I'm like,
honored.
I need to talk to her.
Honored. Super honored.
You're so kind for doing this.
My great pleasure. And I did it on 3.5 hours sleep. So I'm very proud of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you woke me up, that's for sure. And I just loved it. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Brigitte Bako. I love you. I love you.
I love you too, Miss Mighty Iris. I hope we get to meet one day.
Me too. We'll talk soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, I motion that we contact Billy Ocean and change the name of Caribbean Queen to Canadian Queen after Brigitte Bako. All in favor say aye. All right. Court adjourned. Corpus Christi.